Hey there, YouTubers. I want to thank you all for taking a little time out of your day and joining me for my second video of my MidWest jerry can. This one is entitled My Tips, Tricks, and Upgrades that I performed in my can. Hopefully you like them enough to apply them yourself. So let's get started. For those of you who have not seen my first video, it was a review on this jerry can. There are a lot of things that I talked about on that video that I won't be talking about here. So if at the end of this video you have some questions, you may want to check that one out first. Let's start with the top. Let's take that off. More importantly, let's talk about the seal that's in the top. Now, I purchased this seal at Lowe's. You get 2 in a package for $2, and the size of the seal is 1.5 by 1.25. It's actually called a slip joint washer. The part number on it, you can see it, is 501765K, and the SKU is 30598. Well, I can't see it. Okay. Anyhow, let me show you how I used it. The top, as most of you know from my first video, my review, shows you that the OEM, the original seal and top that they give you, leaks. So one upgrade to take care of that is to, when you get it, put the original top or hockey puck or whatever you want to call it in first, and then put the seal in. Now, true, it's a pain in the butt when you get ready to use the spout because you have to take them both out. However, no leaks. No leaks at any time. It works fantastic. So once you do that, put it on, you're absolutely good to go. Okay, here I'm going to show you one of the 2 methods that I use to secure the cap. It's already pretty tight and pretty snug, but I just thought for a little added measure I would put another retaining device on it. What you see here is just a snap ring. I'm sure a lot of you seen it and you probably didn't think much about it. That's what it looks like. It's just put on there and snapped together. So a little wire hooked onto here. This actually was a part of a ballpoint pen. I'm sure you've all done this for one reason or the other. At some point in time, just took a pen and cut it up to use it, I don't know, blow spit wads or something. Anyhow, all you have to do here is just pull this out. This is the back of the pen, and it loosens the cable here. And just pull the cable out, and the cable will just slide right through the hole that, as you see, I've drilled right here. That's it. I put a little, let's pull this out. Put a little slice in here. See if I take the whole thing out. You can see it. Okay, see I drilled a hole there. Put a little slice right here. You can see right through it. Okay. Now there's the cable. Just pull it right through. Just unscrew the cap. Simple. Okay. I'll put together my second method. Show you just a moment. Okay, everyone, here's the second way that I decided to secure the cap. And what we have here is just a very simple pressure lock, and it's kind of over here difficult to do with one hand, isn't it? But that's the nature of it. It's supposed to be very difficult to move. That way, as the can is shaking around, it won't come off the cap. So it just slides in there. It uses the ribs on the top, so you have all of those positions to choose from, and it just locks it in. That simple. Just tighten it to wherever it's going to stop at. You don't need to bother with the old lock here. and it just won't move. It's there, and it's tight enough so that it's not gonna vibrate loose. Here, this is what the template that I used looked like. I just took a little piece of wood and kept working with it until I found the correct size piece. Then I just cut it out of a little piece of metal. This okay, and that's gonna do it on the second lock. I'm sure you can come up with other ways to do it as well, but this may save you some time. Now, once again, we'll take a brief look at the locking mechanism. The only difference is now is that it's painted. Looks real nice, matches the can. I like it, and it works great. To start with, I'm going to show it to you disassembled so that you'll know how to do it. Okay, this little guy here is important because it is here, right here, and right here, that you're going to need to depress in order to remove this from these two pieces. Let me show you what it's going to look like. This end is going to go into here. And when you look deep into here, what you can't see, you're going to see those two sides there. So you'll just stick your screwdriver in. You'll probably use 2 screwdrivers or 1. Just pull a little pressure out because the top here at the sill will be all the way to the top of here, the funnel. Stick it in while you pull out, and just with a little pressure, just push each side in and then slide it out. Now it'll be easier for you to find, so let's put it together. Ta-da! This is magic, right? Okay, here it is together. Now let's see if you can see inside. Ah, you can see it now. Looks like a U in there. Okay, so now you can see it. See one side here, inside, and there's the other. All right, so first and foremost, remove the cap. You can depress it just a little so you can get your fingers on the top here. Stick your screwdriver into one side. I actually have the wrong screwdriver. And then the other, and you'll feel it pop right out. Did you see that? Great. Here's your washers, your spring, by the way, plastic first, then rubber. Okay, all that's important later in case you want to reassemble it for some reason. I've heard stories that there were guys out four-wheeling and stuff, and the park rangers came upon them and wrote them tickets for, I think it was $250 to $1,000 or something foolish like that. I don't know if it's true or not, but the word is, as I read it, California and a number of states, Maine, Virginia, a lot of states that follow California's policies, they are cracking down on people who sell the cans, not necessarily the end users, but you know, to err on the safe side, just keep all the components in case you need them at a future day for some reason. So let's move to the next step where I'm going to show you how to use the spout in this form. Okay guys, now that we have the leak-proof spout all taken apart, this is what you end up with. Since there's nothing in there, the flow is going to be quite fast, so you should go through those 5 gallons probably in half the time it would have took you with the leak-proof spout attached. I have 2 caps on it, keep the dirt out. We see that. First cap is a 5/8 inch cap. I think it's a furniture cap. They sell it maybe 6 of these to a package for $1, $1.50 or so at your local hardware store. And that fits perfectly right on the front. As far as the back cover, well, this one was compliments of the house. It was the top of, I believe it was an Ocean Spray bottle, fruit beverage bottle. So you got to get one, remove the threads a little, place it right on the back. You're good to go. There's no dirt getting in there. You take it and just slide it right back in here. The washer at the front puts pressure on it to hold it in place. And you're good to go. See if you can see that. Okay. Now let me show you how I identified the can, because I plan on getting a couple others and no telling if the wife's going to be using it or someone else. So here I just put a label entitled Unleaded. Here I put a tag on it showing the date that it was filled up. And the biggest thing for me is here. I used some of the hard as nails epoxy paint that we use on appliances to spray a U on it, which stands for unleaded. What else? Anyhow, the new one that I'm gonna pick up, I'll have the P on it. So I'll use premium 1 car unleaded around the house, and then possibly one more for diesel fuel or something. We'll have to see how that works out. Okay, my last tip is this. I purchased this from Harbor Freight also. If you guys haven't seen it, there's plenty of videos online, and you can learn how to use this. Probably save yourself a lot of headache and heartache. Self-jiggler pumps. That's the end of it, little glass in it, and basically you just stick it in the can and jiggle it. The gas comes out and you fill up whatever it is that you need to fill up. Okay. That's going to conclude my tips, tricks, and upgrades on my Midwest jerry can. I can't think of anything else to do with the can to increase its performance or make it better, but you may know of something. If you do, please feel free to share it with us. Just post it below so everyone can see it, and I'm sure we'd all appreciate it. So once again, I thank you for taking a look at my video, and hey, thumbs up if you like it, and feel free to share it. Have a great day.